So that was an exciting finish to a hockey game. The Barrie Colts defeating the North Bay Battalion 4-3 in a shootout. This may be one of the most wildest opening night games I have ever done in my broadcast career, as it was back and forth this whole game. The Battalion, they had three separate leads. Anthony Romani opened the scoring in this hockey game in the first period, and it was that top line, Romani, Van Steensel, and Wakely. Those guys were just all over the ice for the Battalion, getting chance after chance, but Ben West stood tall in this hockey game, even faced a penalty shot in the first period, and that was from Carter Kostic. He had a great opportunity, but West able to turn him aside. So it was 1-0 after the first period, and then the Barrie Colts, they would get on the board. There was a couple of penalties. There was a bit of a parade to the penalty box for both teams, but other than that, a pretty clean hockey game between these two Central Division rivals. For the Barrie Colts, getting that opening goal would be from Kayshawn Aitchison, and that was a beauty of a goal set up by Bo Jelsma, who he looks a lot faster this year. I'm expecting big things from Bo Jelsma throughout this year. He was invited to the Carolina Hurricanes camp, and you can just sense that confidence that he brings to the team. But that tie was short-lived, as the North Bay Battalion, they would tie it with a goal from Owen Van Steensel. He looked really good as well for North Bay, made it 2-1 after the second period. And then in the third, the Colts tied the game again, and that one was a power play goal. Great setup. Eduard Sale, Shamar Moses both getting assists on the Bo Jelsma power play goal. So for Moses and Sale, first career OHL points, and that was a beautiful setup. If you haven't seen the highlights yet, make sure you check out those ones. And then the Battalion, though, they would take the lead again. It would make it 3-2. Iggy Pazzi, he might have one of the better names in the Ontario Hockey League. He made it 3-2, and that was a power play goal for the Battalion. And it seemed like at that point, maybe North Bay was going to finish it with their defensive style. But the newly named captain, Connor Punnett, he had other plans. Ben West on the bench for the extra attacker, and Punnett, just a cannon of a shot from the point, set up again by Eduard Sale, who had 2 points this hockey game, and Punnett tied the game at 3. So he went to overtime, 3-on-3, back and forth. Both Charlie Robertson, the goaltender for the North Bay Battalion, and Ben West, they were sensational between the pipes for both of their teams, and it ended up going to a shootout. But in the overtime, there was also a penalty shot for Tanias Mathurin, and he was just not able to solve Ben West. As Ben West, he had to face 35 shots tonight, and for Robertson, 27. So both those goaltenders, outstanding. I know for North Bay fans, a bit of a surprise, Dom DiVincentis did not get the start tonight, despite being returned by the Winnipeg Jets. I would not be surprised if DiVincentis starts tomorrow night when these two teams play again back at North Bay Memorial Gardens. So this one went to a shootout, and the only goal, Eduard Sale, that goal was like butter. He had that puck on his tape and then went backhand top shelf on Robertson, and that would do it, as Ben West perfect in the shootout, perfect on the 2 penalty shots, and the Barrie Colts open the season with that 4-3 victory. So tomorrow night, Colts, North Bay, and then Saturday night, travel to Owen Sound to battle the Attack, so a pair of rivalry games. I will not be at those games, unfortunately. I only do the home games on the TV broadcast, but I'm hoping during the season, at some point, I'll be able to do a couple of road games. But still, big win for the Barrie Colts, but that North Bay Battalion team putting up quite the fight, as it was a lot of fun watching this game and calling it, as that's it from the Saddlein Arena. So let me know what you thought of the game. I'll try and post the highlights in the comments section so you can take a look if you weren't able to come to the game tonight. And I'll do another recap video in the next time the Colts are on home ice. And I also have an interview, a special interview with a Barrie Colts player coming up next week, so stay tuned for that. I won't tell you who it is. You can guess who it is in the comments section, but we will have a special player interview sometime next week. It looks like it could be Monday or Tuesday, so keep an eye out for that. And the only way you're going to find out about that is if you subscribe. So hit like and subscribe, and we'll follow along with this Barrie Colts team that's looking like a lot of fun this year. So it's a big win at the Saddlein Arena, and we'll talk to you again soon.